Have you ever thought about robbing somebody and then actually sat down and made a plan? Well, I did, and I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. So it was a long time ago, and it was a Friday night, and I was feeling a little frisky, but I ain't had nobody. So I had to do what I needed to do. So I jumped on the app, chose me somebody, and was like, what's up, how you doing, what you getting into this evening? And he was like, hey, I'm good, nice to meet you, give me your number. So I called him, we was talking, and he was like, well, I got some drinks if you want to come over. And I was like, you got it. So hopped in my car and drove over there, and when he opened the door, I was like, man, he catfishing. Like, literally, I chose him because he looked at cuddly. You know, he had some pictures where he had a little meat on him. But this man standing in front of me was actually skinny. And I think he was trying to impress me, like he was going to surprise me with the fact that he done lost weight. But no, it's wintertime. I came over here to be with a man with some meat on his bones, not no skinny bones. But anyway, I went inside. He poured me a drink. We talking, you know, laughing. He was getting on my nerves a little bit, but I was just like, I came up here for a reason. Next thing you know, he's like, well, you want to go watch a movie in my room? I was like, yeah, let's do that. And we walk into his room, and he points to his bed, and he's like, nah, I got to tell you something. That's a trap. And I said, oh, yeah? Okay. So put on a T-shirt, get in his bed, and when I get in his bed, I promise you, it felt like the angels was caressing me from all angles. It felt like the best night I could ever imagine in my life. It felt like the best massage. It felt like the sweetest kisses. His bed was so freaking amazing that the next morning when I woke up, that's all I kept thinking about, wanting to stay in that bed, but I had to go. So I left, and the whole day I kept thinking about that bed. That bed felt so good. It was so heavenly. That bed was so comforting. That bed was so soothing. It was everything you ever want in a mattress. I was like, oh my gosh. So later on that night, I was yearning for that bed. And I called him back and I was like, what's going on? You busy? You want some company? And he was like, yeah, I'm here. And I was like, all right, I'm coming. So I went back over there. But this time, he was really getting on my nerves even more than the first time. Because he was one of them dudes that was into feet. You know, the weird ones. Like, it's okay to be into feet, but not weird like he was doing it. I felt like he was trying to rape my feet. Like, he was like snatching off my socks, trying to smell my socks. I'm like, stop, you can't do it like that. If you in the feet, you gotta introduce it slowly. You gotta be upfront about it. You gotta make it seem sexy. You can't just be snatching off people's feet, raping people's feet. And he was like, I'm so sorry. But he just got on my nerves so much that I didn't even stay. I left. And the whole drive home, I was just so angry. Like, damn, he messed up my night. I wanted to sleep in that bed. He messed up my night. I wanted to sleep in that bed. And I couldn't start thinking about it. But he kept calling me. He kept texting me. He kept saying, I want to see you again. And I was like, I don't want to see him again. But I want to see that bed. So one night I was just home and I was in my raggedy bed. And because my bed was never the same after I slept in his. And I was just shaking. And I was just like, man, you know what? I got to do what I got to do. And I was like, what if I go over there and I rob him? What if I take his bed? Like, what he gonna do? I know when he not home. I know when he gonna be gone. Why don't I just take it? I already got a truck. And I was like, you think you could do it? I was like, I don't know. That's kind of heavy. I'm by myself. I ain't got nobody to come help me rob his bed. And I was like, well, let me go see. I actually got in the car, drove to his house, and sat outside for a second. He was there. And I drove off laughing because I was like, you know what? You can't do this. But damn, I wanted to get back to that bed.